I'll read you some poetry tonight. My name is Adam. Moody faces swaying in smoke, their gaze devoured by careless speculation. Noises drown in foreshadowing, glimpses of futures not yet taken. Small puffs of oxygen gasping for air. True nature ebbing from the sea, melting over Orongo rocks. I sway with warm elegy, perfunctory madness diminished in every movement. I studied the cases of the spirit, pursuing its tribulations in my mind, holding my emotions in my palm. Vigorous mutinies change the status quo. I adapt to the stated truth and become the cold bearer of silent pain. I screamed in agony, terrorizing every aspect of my body, wishing myself banished, lost in thought and disbelief, pondering my situation. Life's libido hangs over me like a swatch of edible fabric, always arousing my appetites for that basic human need. Semblances of emotion, whispers of figures hovering over skin, serving, rebounding, loving, hating each other. Adroit manipulations, semblances of control, full of present feeling and emotion, locked inside a room pretending to be a person. Diluted sanities, quelled subserviences, booming this emotional amalgam. Sought through the hand of fire and tribulation, release your comforts upon me, but do not disclose your utter reverie, trifle and idle thoughts. Fleeting excesses, dulled by cognizant Oxford steps, those everyday steps from the subway, endless cycles commingling with futures yet untold. Blessed is he who walks among the dependent and is free. See explicit fantasies, dwell in caverns, conclusions of everyday enervation, dwell in sequels of feeling, overreeling, emotions ventured in tribal waters. Sell that morning fantasy sitting on the train. I find my own voice, I cannot truly explain. Couples of flesh breathing down, force churlishness upon soul, break over me with missionary zeal, sulking in retreat, life repeating idle actions, unraveling, thrusting through the keyhole over my empty sight, drips like human pleasure, formulated infections of Bolshevism. Elbows, matter, dropping at me like atoms, druid tales of conformist pretense, space hands floating in curses, swelling convulsions make role models become impermanent. Will I be accepted, or rather fade away? The big sleep ponders my existence like a petulant scene. Devoured by its bleeding guts, this dirty man smiling reveals himself to me. Teaching desolation, preaching solidity and enlightening solid self, hollowed in the container of happiness. Examined in smoke under ambient light, received under careless circumstance, none is ever revealed to me until the very end. Holding eternal presence, a cognizance of primitive emotion, understanding libido unturned in its practice. Fleeing those emotion thoughts on borrowed time, I socialize in spirit as my heart wears itself old. I touch the rim of glass without understanding its content. I am blended with Neptune's melancholy charm and broken at Mars's will. I feel the ex-pick ice of Europa, gently emergent paces packing life's eternal foibles. Nurture the pain in my psalms, letting it go only once it's been lived throughout. Carried in my aversions, censored in my faults, beg me to deliver flesh and secretion, pray for me to be your savior, understand my message and comprehend its useless nature, see me helping you make it seem subservient, take me upon a ridge of blood, bleeding noses and cancer. I am not in control anymore, captured by the power surging from your wanted throne. Welcome it as present tense. Bequest your life to its perfunctory permanence. Sense yourself revolve around the same morning moments, one after the other, soon frame by frame, motionless pictures. Grant me impermanence on this ledge. What suffering do I see in regularity? Apart from the rest, the crowd is squalid, lurking under me in a macabre of sludge. Every observation is trifle, every action inconsequential. Young, bold energies enervated upon a dull labor. Sour fruits force-fed into me, choking on the hose. My skin weakens and finally gives way. Concoctions of dissenting poetry, dissolved in sane notions of plain-bottom hems. Divulge, master, your secret entities. The man kissing the bride is true nostalgia, believe me. It's like bending ply on your father's cupboard. Encapsulated by this insatiable passion, I dwell in the chords of striking fervor. Blessed am I who has understood before life emotional facets. Sirens distant, loud sounds plastered in spirit. yearning this life transposed in doubt, yearning to show my talents to myself, but nothing is there. Juggling evolution in a heartbeat, searing, longing, trembling with expectation. Deviant seasons pass and go until they shudder into me. Present sympathies contained in the energies of air. God's fervor translucent in the fiery sky. Overpowering impatience, sense of seeking normalcy. Caught in the centrifuge of life. Amusement, buried. Responsive grief inked into responsible hand-me-downs. What do you think of when you fold a shirt? Its hand haunting like a tender nipple? Diamonds, people, gold. White filth lingers in Aztec pasts. Entrances upon a parapet, sunny skies, absolute devotion to present thoughts, West Side visions of an artistic future, dwelled notions of individual empathy, sunny skies fought upon the ripcords of life, pace, fervor, nautical delusion, furious pace, gliding in empty seas of tenacious violence. What is here? Fabric, leather skin, flesh and bone, nothing else but an overwrought delusion. We thrive in it. Thank you.